I believe that we've all felt like our beliefs of who we are have had to been hidden from who we hang around about. But in Mitt Romney's Faith in America speech in 2008 while he was running for president, he abolished that belief about his Mormon faith and his candidacy. Today I'll be speaking about this speech and what it means to the people of America and what it meant mostly to me, and against the peer pressure beliefs of people around us. Since a very young age, I've always grown up in a Catholic home, and being a Catholic kid, there's a lot of cruel jokes or reasons that you might want to hide who you are. So first I'll give you a little small piece of the speech, and then I'll go into more details about why I think this speech was so influential. So, he starts as a young man. Lincoln described what he'd call America's political religion, the commitment to defend the rule of law and the Constitution. When I place my hand on that Bible and take the oath of office, the oath becomes my highest promise to God. If I'm fortunate to become your president, I will serve no one religion, no one group, no one cause, and no one interest. I, president, must serve only the common cause of the people of the United States. There are some people who these commitments are not enough. They would prefer it if I would simply distance myself from my religion, or say that it's more of a tradition rather than a religion. They would want me to disavow one another of its precepts, that I will not do. I believe in my Mormon faith, and I endure to live in it. The faith of my fathers, I will be true to them and to my beliefs. Some believe that a confession such as this will sink my candidacy. If they are right, so be it. But they underestimate the American people. Americans do not respect respecters. Believers of convenience. Americans tire for those who jettison their beliefs, even to gain the world. It was in Philadelphia that our founding fathers defined a revolutionary vision of liberty, grounded in self-evident truths about the equality of all, and the inalienable rights in which we all were endowed by our creators. We cherish these sacred rights and secure them in our constitutional order. Foremost, do we protect religious liberty? Not as a matter of policy, but as a matter of right. There will be no established church, and we are guaranteed the freedom and exercise of our religion. Now, that speech can sound a little intense, emotional if you're religious or not religious, but I think it has a deeper meaning. It's a deeper meaning that we all have gone through a time where maybe you believe something and you're in a group of people who don't believe the same thing, and you feel like you need to hide who you are to get fit in. Going into a new school, a new friend group. Me coming to college was a very big realization of this, and I feel like a lot of students who come to a new place and try and find new friends try to hide who they are or reinvent themselves as something they're not. Because honestly, it doesn't matter. In this speech, he knocked out the belief that because we're different, we have to stay in different groups. Or because we're different, that means we're exiled. It isn't. Not color of skin or religion or sex should keep us apart. It's an inalienable right that we're all equal. And what's different about us makes us who we are. Raised in a Catholic household, I was always raised to know that people that are different aren't wrong, they're not strange, they're just different. And this speech clearly states that. He goes back and forth about his Mormon faith and how people think he should completely disown it if he's going to run for presidency. But maybe that would make him a stronger president. Maybe a person with an underlying moral belief of a religion, even in a situation where church and state are separate, would make it stronger. Now, many people didn't see it this way, seeing that Mitt Romney was not elected as president in 2008. But, in my opinion, I still think we made the right choice. Mitt Romney was a great candidate, and he had some great ideas, one of these being that just because our beliefs are different doesn't mean we all have to be different. And now, as I end my speech, I'd like to remind you that what I spoke on today was not a speech of power. It was a speech of faith in the people who live in America today. Faith that we do not exile each other because we are different. That's what made our country. We wanted to be different, so we made a new country. We wanted to be different, so we started something new. This speech was very influential in changing a lot of mainstream ideas, and I currently believe that it has shaped who we are today and some of the mainstream medias that are happening involving differences in different social groups. And I think people around our nation have always been different, but the difference makes us the greatest nation in the US. Sorry, not the US, the world. And it makes us the strongest nation in the world.